Hello and welcome to Makeshift Minis. Today I'm going to be making an ogre. While I didn't do anything new, it still posed a fun challenge. Like with most of my minis, I straighten out a paperclip to use as an armature wire. I'm going to need more wire than I usually do. Ogres are giants after all. I twist a wire around the jaws of my pliers to shape the armature for the body. I'm glad this is a relatively soft and thin wire, else it might have snapped. After I'm done shaping the majority of the armature, I tie the parts together using a piece of stripped pipe cleaner. I tie the parts together to hold them in place long enough so I can permanently attach them with hot glue. Now that I finished the armature, I put it in a piece of cork before I begin posing it. Using my fingers, I roughly bend the wire into the stance I want the ogre to be in. After I'm done posing the armature, I start adding hot glue to build up the main body. I don't need to add details right now, so I'm just trying to roughly sculpt the shape of the body. I plan on adding details in layers like an onion. Once I have a workable base for the torso, I begin on the legs. As I add hot glue and cool it off, I try and make the legs thick and squat. After posing one of the arms, I attach a toothpick to use as a framework for a club. With the difficult part out of the way, I sculpt the arm while trying to pose the ogre to look like it's prepping for a swing. When making the club, I thoroughly coat the toothpick in hot glue. While it's still hot, I turn it upside down to let the glue flow on what will be the top of the club. Once I'm satisfied with the shape, I cool it off and begin working on the fingers. Now to add details to the main body. Most depictions of ogres I see tend to be rather portly. With that in mind, I use my hot glue gun to give him a pot belly. With the body finished, I begin working on the head. The bulk of the head is just putting hot glue on a wire that I use for mounting it. However, once I have the shape roughed out, I begin adding details, starting with the nose. I take the head off the cork so I can sculpt it a bit more precisely. I add the brows and cheeks with a dab of hot glue each before cooling it off in water. Once everything's hardened, I begin building up the chin in multiple layers and cooling it off each time I add another layer. After I glue the head on, I need to secure it to the base. As usual, I use a bottle cap as the base and hot glue it down. I use pieces of cork to decorate the base. Torn chunks of cork have an excellent stony texture. Using tissue paper and watered-down PVA glue, I make rags for the ogre. I was honestly hoping to use construction paper because it has a better texture. Unfortunately, it was too thick and not flexible enough to be used the way I wanted to. After priming the mini gray, I mix pink, ivory, and yellow to get a decent skin color. Though given a very popular ogre is green, I could have gone with a different color. Since the ogre's wearing simple rags, I give them a base coat of brown. For the last base coat, I paint the rocks a dark gray. To bring out the texture and make the rags look weathered and worn, I dry brush a light tan. Now I begin to focus on the base of the mini. I start by dry brushing the same brown I used earlier onto the rocks. I dry brush tan to bring out the texture on all the rocks. With the mini finished, it's time to add the final touches. Painting around the rocks and feet is a little tricky, but once I get past it, it's smooth sailing from there on out. With the painting finished, it's on to the glamour shots for this all-star. I like my ogre, however, if I made another one, I would definitely make some improvements. My biggest issue is the club obscures the face. However, when you can see the face, I'm very proud of the work I did. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Take care, be well, and until next time.